All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about Bitfarms. This is stock ticker BITF. Bitfarms put out their monthly operational report. Today's the first business day of the month, and Bitfarms always puts out their operational report for the previous month on the first business day of the next month. So, Bitfarms mines 424 Bitcoin in March. Okay, quote, "We improved our financial position in March 2023, reflecting stable production and an increasing Bitcoin price," said Jeff Morphy, CEO of Bitfarms. During the month, we mined 424 Bitcoin, adding 30 Bitcoin to Treasury, and sold 394 Bitcoin at an average selling price of $24,700. So that price is dramatically higher than what they've been experiencing over the last 5 or 6 months. So as a result, I'm going to talk more about why that is getting their balance sheet healthier and healthier. This is a company that, in my mind, is taking a different approach in 2023. I believe they're looking to get efficient and get profitable in 2023 versus a focus on massive amounts of growth. Right now, you'll see as we go through this report, they have fixed their balance sheet, in my opinion. It is drastically better than it was. We ended March with $29 million in cash and cash equivalents and 435 Bitcoin, which equals about $12 million in addition to that. $22 million in vendor credits, so they still have credits to buy Bitcoin mining machines. And then they have just $21 million in total indebtedness. That number was up over $165 million within the last 8 months. So you can see they have all but eliminated their debt. When Bitcoin was hitting its lows over the summer and fall of 2022, their debt was hitting their highs, and it was turning into a situation where the market was pricing in some severe risk in this company. Well, they've completely turned that situation around. Now they're a company with cash on their balance sheet, Bitcoin on their balance sheet, only $21 million in debt, again, down from something over $160 million within the last year. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and you can smash the like button. Also, you can hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when we make a video. News comes out fast. This is the last 15 months for Bitfarm. This is their production on a monthly basis. So you're going to see their all-time production peaked in August of 2022. The network hash rate was significantly lower in August of 2022 than it is today. Also, Bitcoin had a little bit of a run-up, so this was their highest revenue month ever, and I believe March of 2023 is the highest revenue month for them since last August, so that's why I do think this was a strong month. Okay, back to the press release. Chief Mining Officer said, "In March, we increased production 17% year over year." That's 17%. Even with energy curtailment in Quebec and Paraguay, as well as continued network growth. In Q1 2023, Bitcoin price increased by 72%, outpacing the difficulty growth of 32.5%. As a result, the industry mining revenue is up 31% dollars per terahash in this quarter. Continued rising difficulty levels reflect increased investment and bullish sentiment in the Bitcoin mining industry overall. Also, you can support the channel by becoming a member of the channel. You can do that by hitting the join button on the YouTube page. It's right next to the subscribe button. It's only $5 a month, and again, it does help me keep this channel going. YouTube revenue is way down. We have a members-only catalog of videos ready and waiting if you're interested in joining. In addition to that, we have a once-a-week members-only live stream after the market closes on Tuesday, and we have a members-only Discord where we keep the conversation going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So thanks to all the members that have currently joined, and look forward to seeing the rest of you. February has 28 days, so it has a little bit fewer days, so you'd expect potentially all of these numbers to go up a little bit, but we just looked at the difficulty level, and the difficulty level was drastically higher in March than it was in February. So Bitfarms went from 387 to 424, so they mined actually more Bitcoin despite the difficulty level. Bitfarms is likely to end up somewhere in 4th or 5th place this month. We'll find that out when all the other operational reports are out over the course of the next week or two. Okay, so just a little by the numbers. Bitcoin mined 424 in March. We went through that. 387. We just saw that on our chart from last month. Last year in March, 363. So a big increase year over year. They're at 4.8 at the end of March. They were at 4.7 at the end of February. And you're going to see 2023 is not necessarily about gigantic growth plans in exahash. They did more than double their exahash in 2022. They had plans to get to 8 exahash, if you guys remember. But obviously, life has happened since then. The crypto winter has happened since then. And they've restructured their plans a lot. And again, like I said, I think in 2023, it seems like they're focusing more on becoming efficient and profitable, and they seem to be making good strides toward that. This next number is important. Bitcoin mined per average exahash. This is the efficiency rating that I go through every month for all the Bitcoin miners. Last month, Bitfarms was tied for first place as the most efficient miner with Hive blockchain. This month, they have matched that efficiency. So in February, they were at 91. In March, they were also at 91, despite the massive increases in difficulty levels. So to me, this is the most impressive number of them all, and it's why I think they'll stay somewhere in 4th or 5th place overall, because their efficiency level was excellent. Okay, 13.7 Bitcoin mined daily on average, equivalent to about $390,000 per day and approximately $12.1 million for the month based on a Bitcoin price of $28,500 on March 31st, 2023. The amount that they're able to get by selling their Bitcoin each month is helping their balance sheet get healthier and healthier, and they're down to only $21 million in debt, so that is now a very small number. This was one of the companies that had to fix their debt situation. They did so now their debt service is very small, so they're able to pay for their operations on a monthly basis, and I do think there's going to be some money in there for growth plans. So in Argentina, they're using stranded natural gas. They have an 8-year power agreement. They started production in 2022. You'll see Warehouse 1. They have 10 megawatts that's operational out of a total of 50 megawatts. That started in September of 2022. They plan to expand to 50 megawatts by Q3 of 2023. So you'll see there's no hurry here. Again, I don't think that they're focusing on expansion right now. They've got their balance sheet in a very healthy place. They've got their mining efficiency in a healthy place, and they're putting some measures in place for that to improve over time. They have the flexibility to contractually expand to 100 megawatts. So I don't know if they still have their other option. There's another 110 megawatts past this that they used to have an option on. They're not mentioning that at all. So this may be a scaled back version of what they're going to do in Argentina. And again, they've just barely gotten started there. So it's not a big part of their puzzle yet. This is from Ben Gagnon. Quote, with an eye on continually improving cost controls, during March we successfully piloted a new feature in our proprietary management system to track real-time energy consumption on an individual miner basis. Real-time tracking allows for the machine optimization and is scheduled to be deployed company-wide in April. So this is where I'm talking about continuing to improve their efficiency. This is a new system. They're able to monitor energy on a machine-by-machine basis. They did this on a test basis in March, and it looks like they're going to be able to do this across the whole company in April. Hopefully, we'll continue to see improvements in their efficiency as time goes by. So here's their total mined for the first quarter. These are the first 3 months of the year. We're now done with Q1 2023. So they mined 1,297 Bitcoin. They now hold 435 Bitcoin in custody. So they had to do a big reset. This company had a large stack of Bitcoin. They had to get rid of it in order to fix their balance sheet. They've done so. And now they did add to this hodl position. They added 30 in the month of March for a total of 535 Bitcoin on their balance sheet. This is Bitcoin mined per exahash. So you'll see this is the month of February for everybody. You're going to see Bitfarms and Hive were tied at 91. Well, Bitfarms has done this again. Bitfarms now in March has hit 91. So we'll see. That should be among the leaders because, again, the network difficulty level increased pretty substantially in the month of March. So hitting this 91 again, I think was extremely successful. We'll see what everybody else does and how that compares across the board as the other operational reports come in. Okay, now let's take a look at Bitfarms chart. This is Bitfarms on the 1 week time frame. So you can see from their all-time high, and this goes back to November of 2021. Bitfarms is still down just under 90% from its all-time high in November of 2021. So this company is dramatically lower. Most of the Bitcoin miners are somewhere in this neighborhood. So this is not atypical of the Bitcoin miners, but it is a drastic reduction in the price of their stock. Just to put that in perspective, I want to take a look at market cap because there was some dilution, but most of this reduction is actually due to a decrease in their market cap. In November of 2021, this was a $1.35 billion market cap company. If we take a look at where they are today, they're at about 228 million. So for me personally, I feel like this stock is oversold, but again, obviously this is not financial advice. We're going to look through some numbers and some price targets, but you guys need to do your own due diligence. As we just looked at, the Bitcoin miners are massively volatile. I'm going to look at some of the downside risk in addition to what I think are some potential upside price targets. So the first one is, if I zoom into the 1 day time frame, you'll see Bitfarms is trading right here, still under $1. So I have a dotted line here at $1. It has traded under $1 for a little while, but it spent a couple of years above this or well above this. This got as high as $9. So to me, this is a little unnaturally low. If I just go from here back to the highs from February. Now, Bitcoin is up about 15% in that period of time, and Bitfarms is down. Bitfarms would have to go up 28% just to get back to where it was. Theoretically, it really should be higher because all of their metrics have improved. Their efficiency level remains strong. Their balance sheet is stronger. The price of Bitcoin is higher, so their revenue's up, their gross profit is up, and yet their stock price is down. So I think that's, from a short-term standpoint, I think this is a super realistic price target in the next couple of weeks, really, if Bitcoin can stay healthy. Always like to look at the downside. So if for whatever reason we've peaked here and the Bitcoin rally is over and we go down and revisit the lows from November of 2022, that would represent a 60% pullback in Bitfarms. So there's always a risk in these stocks. So it's important to remember, we don't know where Bitcoin is going, and in the short term, Bitcoin can be very volatile. So to me, this downside risk does exist and it needs to be considered. But going back to the 1 week chart, if Bitfarms was to get back to where it was in August of 2022, now in August of 2022, Bitcoin was at $25,000. So again, we are above that number right now. We're at about $28,000 right now. The price of Bitfarms would have to increase 143% just to get back to where it was last August of 2022. So I also think that's a realistic potential 2023 price target. That's only getting back to about $2.33. So anywhere from $1.50 to $2.30 to me would be a price target for 2023 if Bitcoin stays healthy and Bitfarms can continue to improve on their operations like they have been over the previous months. So again, not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. These stocks are very, very volatile. If you made it this far in the video, thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell. Thanks again, and we will see you in the next video.